For host trainer Jamie Kingsley, getting into trouble at school was a good thing. It meant he got sent to his grandparents as punishment, and so a love affair with greyhounds began.
I used to get kicked out of school to go and work for Nan and Grandad when I was younger. Loved the dogs, always wanted to do the dogs. Learned a lot from them. Nan always said to me, you never stop learning in this game. And you never do. You learn different things every day, try different things all the time, and you're just forever learning. Lucky enough I could take over from them. They still work in the kennels now. Always good advice to have Nan around. So yeah, brilliant that they're still involved.
You then went on to work for Ricky Holloway, and you did learn a lot from him as well.
Yeah, Ricky's was great. Ricky's a great laugh. Had some great fun there, great nights racing. Learned a lot about hurdlers there because he loves his hurdling, obviously. So yeah, it's just experience learning, listening to people rather than just cutting people out and saying no, what they're saying is wrong. Just listen to everyone because the whole ground world's built on opinions, and some opinions are good, some opinions are bad, but they're all meant for the right reasons.
It's actually difficult to explain your kennel. The vibe is really nice. You've got nice staff, really relaxed atmosphere, but also the facilities. It's not just that the dogs are so well looked after, but it all just flows and works. Tell us a bit about your kennels for those who wouldn't have been here.
So, look, staff is a massive thing for me. I wouldn't just employ anyone. I've got to know that person, trust that person when I'm not here. We all get on really well. We're like brothers and sisters. I think it's good to have a woman in the kennel. Just some dogs work better with a woman's voice than a man's voice. Facilities, I think you have to give the dogs every chance. You gallop, swimming pools, walking machines, coming back from injuries. The point is taking a dog to track that's not fit and putting it around. If you can do that at home, then you save so much time and it's better for the dogs. The kennels, look, we try to be as relaxed and calm and everything as we can. We're attached to Hove, so it's a busy racing schedule, but everyone's just chilled, calm, and the dogs just respond well to that, so much better. And just give them the best that we possibly can, really.
Touching on the women's touch again, I think it makes the kennel a bit more aesthetically nice to look at as well, doesn't it?
Yes, Rebecca puts all the flowers on the fence in and looks after the live flowers, the few that we have. It's just nice to have a woman around and keeps us on our toes, and the dogs definitely respond to her very well, so that's good.
You've been at this kennel now for 2 years and you've done an awful lot of work here, haven't you?
Yeah, we completely knocked all the paddocks down, rebuilt all the paddocks, all the concrete in, forever painting, forever just making the place look nice and respectable. Makes us happy, which the end result is makes the dogs happier. We got, I think it's top of my head, 18 concrete paddocks. A lot of them are covered so we can feed in the rain, or even if it's too hot, they got a bit of shade. Lots of grass runs. We used to gallop as a paddock. The dogs love that. Feeding in an hour. It just works well for the kennel. The dogs ain't screaming at the bars, so they want their dinner, and it just gets them chilled and relaxed even quicker if we can all just muck in, get fed, get done.
What else do you think is important in training?
There's loads of things that are important. I think the three major things for me is fresh water, clean beds and good food. If that's right, then the rest should come naturally. Being out in the paddocks, just getting dogs out in the paddocks, fresh air, around the woods, around the corner for walks. Just getting dogs out rather than being in the kennels all the time. They're just so much happier. The fresh air is good for them, it's good for us as well. And they just love it.
And with those walks as well, you have a specific way that you think greyhounds should be walked.
Yeah, look, with dogs walking around the field, around the woods, whatever, I think if you walk a dog on your own, it gets a lot more one-on-one time, it respects you a lot more, you learn a lot more about the dog, and the dogs are just happier because they're getting that one-on-one attention rather than 3 or 4 dogs at a time. It's just nice for them to get out with, even just for us, just to spend a bit of time with the dog, learn about the dog, get to know the dog, and then you'll know when the dog's right, when it's not right, and it just works well.
And the dogs are so happy because of the facilities as well, so the walking machine we've seen and also the swimming pool.
Yeah, the walking machine, not all of them like the walking machine, some of them prefer to be walked around the woods, but as humans we can't walk for half hour at a certain pace with a dog around the woods to keep them fit. Sometimes they just need that bit extra. The swimming's brilliant, especially when you're coming back with broken legs and bad muscle injuries, and even just the next day after a race, just put the dog in the pool. It's just nice, really relaxes all the muscles, and we found it really helps with us a lot.
You can tell that you love your job which is great, but it does come with its frustrations, doesn't it? And fair play to you, you've been quite vocal about them on social media too.
Yes, look, the sport is the way it is at the moment. We have tried to put some dogs in some open races that have got good form and good trials at the tracks, and other dogs have been accepted over them, which is a kick in the teeth really, especially for the hours and the work that you go in, driving all over the country to get dogs in these opens. And when you don't get accepted, it is a kick in the teeth, especially when you should be accepted. But I think the more people will voice our opinions on that, the better it would be. I don't know, I'm not a very politic person, but who says that every competition can't be like the Springbok, where the fastest 36 or 48 dogs get accepted, or something along them lines, just I think to make it a bit fairer, because there's a lot of dogs, and not just myself, other trainers that are in the same boat as me and don't get accepted to get their name out there. But the only way to get your name out there is to win these competitions. But if you're not accepted, then how do you do that?
Talking of the Springbok, you've got a bit of news on the hurdling front.
Yes, I've recently spoken to Danny Raymond, Ian Smythe and Danny Rankin. We're going to grade some hurdlers on at Crayford. Look, we love hurdlers. My nan and granddad have always had hurdlers. It gives the dogs another chance. So look, we're looking forward to that. There won't be many, there'll only be a few to start off with, but it's something that we enjoy and we're looking forward to.
And you're making more plans as well. There's a field adjoining your kennels, a huge field that you're hopefully looking to buy.
Yes, we are inquiring about the field behind the kennels. It'd be lovely to get. We could put in a longer gallop with a bend in it, put in a whirligig for the pups, bigger paddock for the pups, maybe even more breeding. British breeding, I think, is brilliant. I think we should all do it. There's no reason why we can't be as good as the Irish if we all do it.
And presumably, with even more money going into this place, you not only see your long-term future in the sport, but you think the sport has a good, strong long-term future? Yeah,
look, tracks are opening now, which is brilliant. The more people getting involved, the better. Trainers, look, there's a lot of trainers that are old. Hopefully, people take on their kennels, and the sport survives for a long, long time still to come.